I've been caught breaking a major menswear rule, no shirt cuff showing. So this begs the question, should you show shirt cuff? And if so, how much? And based on that, how long should the shirt sleeves be? What about your suit sleeves? And while we're at it, we're gonna go over the overcoat sleeves today. Instead of just telling you show 1 centimeter or show a 1/4 inch, let's take a step back and understand how each piece should actually fit, and more importantly, why. Because in classical menswear, there's almost always a functional reason behind the aesthetic, and this one might actually surprise you guys a bit. Let's start with the shirt sleeves. When you button your shirt cuffs, you should be able to fit about 2 to 3 fingers between your wrist and the cuff. If you wear a slim watch, the cuff should comfortably slide over it. It lets the sleeve drape naturally and rest at the base of your hand. And when your arms are at your side, the cuff should stop there, no floating above your wrist. That means it's too short. So you'll notice a bit of extra allowance in the length, and this is very normal. So you might ask, why does this actually matter? Because when you move, when you're reaching forward, typing at a computer, or going about your day, you need that extra length so the sleeves don't ride up too far. You still want your wrists covered. Here are 2 really common fit issues I see and even bug me. One is it's too short. So if the cuff hangs freely at your wrists with no extra length or allowance, it's too short. The moment you move, they're gonna ride up. The other issue I see is it's too big. If the cuff is swallowing up your hand, the issue is usually the circumference of the cuff is too big, not the length. Use the second cuff button to tighten it up a little bit, especially if you wear a watch on the other hand. When we measure, we actually go slightly past the base of the hand, toward the crease between your thumb and the index finger. A lot of people think a new shirt might feel a little bit too long, but as we mentioned previously, it's added allowance for moving around. But there's another reason. Shirts shrink. Even high quality cottons and linens will shrink around 3 to 4%. That calculates out to be about 1 to 1.5 centimeters over time. And it's totally unavoidable. Water, temperature, drying, it all affects the natural fabric staple. I made a video how to wash your shirts to avoid this. I'll link it for you. So that extra length, it isn't a mistake, it's actually intentional. Now here's the part that might surprise you. At the end of the day, look at your shirt cuffs and the back collar. They get dirty. Body oils, sweat, skin friction, and dust. Your shirt is meant to be washed frequently, but your suit isn't. So the shirt acts as a barrier. It protects your suit from wear and dirt. That's why shirt sleeves are slightly longer and why a bit of cuff should show. It's functional first, then aesthetic. Personally, I like about 1 centimeter of cuff showing. It frames the jacket nicely, just like a little bit of collar on the top of the jacket. But don't obsess over the exact measurement. If it's slightly more or less, that's gonna be fine. The key is that your shirt is doing its job. But anything more than 1.5 centimeters or a 1/2 inch, and it's gonna be a little bit too long and it doesn't look that nice. Now for the suit. A good rule of thumb is your suit sleeve should end around your wrist bone. So the best way to check this is by wearing a well-fitting shirt. Let the sleeves drape properly, then adjust your suit sleeve accordingly, just to show a little bit of cuff. Now what about your coat? Should you show shirt cuff? How about some suit cuff? How about both? Or is it neither? Instead of guessing, just ask yourself this question. What's the function of my overcoat? It's to keep me warm, right? So have you ever worn a coat with the sleeves around the same length as your jacket? Even with gloves on a cold day, air is gonna nip at your wrists and make its way up your sleeve. So your coat sleeves should actually be longer, long enough to cover both your suit sleeve and your shirt sleeves. Ideally, they should reach the crease between your thumb and the index finger. That way there's no gap and no cold air getting in. Rather than following arbitrary rules like exactly 1 centimeter of cuff should show, just remember this. Shirts are longer to allow movement and to protect your suit from getting dirty. Suits are shorter to reveal the shirt, and coats are longer to keep you warm. Once you understand the why, the guidelines become very obvious. If you guys found this helpful, please hit that like and subscribe for more content just like this. Thanks for watching.